Next, we're going to hear from Vanessa Perez, and Vanessa is a graduate of our City of Angels Independent Study Program. And as we know, every student has a story. Vanessa is now going to share about the challenges and victories that she faced in becoming an LAUSD graduate and how she is working to reach her dreams. It's my pleasure to introduce Vanessa Perez.
Good morning, and thank you for the opportunity to share my experiences as an LAUSD graduate. I appreciate that all of you are working to prepare students to be ready for college and the workforce. I speak to you today to give you a glimpse into the life of a graduate who almost didn't make it and still has a ways to go. At my graduation from City of Angels in June, there were thousands of chairs and hundreds of graduates. My fellow graduates had seats filled by a parent, a grandparent, a godparent, foster parent, or other family members or mentors who helped them along the way. I had 2 empty chairs, much like these 2, where my parents should have been seated. But they didn't attend because they chose a different life. Both of my parents are drug addicts. They didn't graduate. They just made it past middle school. My father is in prison because of his heroin addiction. About 2 months ago, I received an unexpected call that my father was moved to a ward of the prison where the inmates are dying. I was told that he wanted to see me. If he could only see me now. My mother is a ward of the streets now. She was unable to take care of me because of her addiction to speed. I was taken away from her at a young age because this addiction caused her to be violent and made her unable to take care of me like she should have. I would like to give you a tour of my kindergarten through 12th grade education. I started kindergarten in San Pedro. 1st grade was in Gardena. Once my parents started doing bad and getting incarcerated, I started living with relatives. 2nd grade and 3rd grade was in Buena Park. 4th grade was in Carson. Are you following this? I then moved up north to Victorville for 5th grade, and then to Hesperia for 6th grade, 6th and 7th grade. In 8th grade, I moved to Phoenix, Arizona. I started 9th grade in Arizona, and after a month, I moved back to California. I finished 9th grade and a part of 10th grade in Wilmington. And thankfully, I learned of City of Angels midway through my 10th grade year. 5 different relatives and 9 schools. That was my world. I don't speak to either one of my parents, not because I'm angry or hurt, but because I have learned to parent myself. In fact, I have been working at Denny's since my junior year. I am grateful that my parents gave me life, and by their example, they inspired me to choose a path unlike the one that they have chose. Life isn't easy. There are some things in life that you just don't get to choose. I didn't get to choose who my parents would be. I made a decision that I would not be like either of them. My life was going to be different, and yet I went down the same path. Before City of Angels, I was ditching school every day, drinking, smoking pot, experimenting with ecstasy and prescription pills. I didn't think that what some of my teachers were telling me in high school would be any use, but it actually is, and I wish I had paid more attention. I had fallen so far behind in credits, I thought it was going to be impossible to catch up. But I did it with the help of my teachers and my Nina Noreen. Whether it was my photography teacher who pulled me aside one day to encourage me to do better, or my City of Angels teachers who believed in me, I had a few adults at school that cared about me. I want you to know that you make a difference to students like me. You are so vital to us. You are our coaches, our motivators, and sometimes our #1 fans. I made it to graduation day. I crossed the finish line. But now I'm learning that graduation is actually the starting line of life. I was looking forward to enrolling in Harbor College in the fall, and then I took the placement test. I passed the English test, but I am very behind in math. This means that my dream of becoming a registered nurse is a bit delayed. I had a choice to make. Either take the 3 remediation classes that I need before I can even get the credit for math, or enroll in a private nursing program, which required me to take out $23,000 in loans plus interest. People were telling me not to take the loans because I would be in debt when I'm done. Just last week, I decided to take the 3 remediation math classes. I feel better knowing that I will have help at Harbor College. I feel better, If it takes me 6 years to become a nurse, I will only be 24 years old. I'll still be young. You know, even though these 2 chairs sat empty at my graduation ceremony, they really weren't. I filled them with my hope for the future, the inspiration of my own personal mentors, and the love of my family, friends, and teachers. So I say to you, principals and administrators, every time you encounter somebody, realize that they too may have some empty chairs in their lives. The way you treat every person you encounter matters. You may never really know how much a kind word of encouragement can change the life of another person. You may never see the results. But don't let that hold you back from helping someone believe in themselves. And please help them get ready for college so they don't have to take remediation classes like me. I am extremely grateful that I am the first in my family to graduate. I am still facing challenges, and I still have obstacles to overcome. I know I am successful, but there is still so much to do. It sure makes life a whole lot more fun to be a graduate. I keep this saying in my head every day. You cannot get to the top by sitting on your bottom. I am making the choice to live my life so that I permanently change my future for the better. I am standing strong for myself, and I thank you for helping me along the way. I am a graduate of LAUSD, and I promise to make you all proud. Thank you.